name's Chandler Juliet, and I'm the guest of the week on Females Unfiltered. Tune in and check out my brand new song, Tidal Wave.
And it was great, guys. It was a wave of titles. We loved it.
Swept away.
Enjoy the show. Well, hello, everybody.
Hello. Welcome back.
Welcome back, indeed.
Welcome back to you.
Why, thank you.
You've been traveling.
I have. Yeah, guys, there was no show the last 2 weeks, not because I'm a slacker, but because I was in Iceland.
Yes. Oh my gosh. Tell us all about it. Was it amazing?
Well, that is my favorite thing. So I'll just jump right in. I'll jump right into the shit. So it was awesome, guys. I mean, if you really enjoy being out in nature,
who doesn't?
I mean, there are some. You know, I'll leave them nameless, but I know who you are. That is really the place to go. I mean, you're continually like awe-inspired by how big and powerful nature is, and how you're just a little speck among this giant fucking universe. And it was great. It was great. I like cold weather. It was cold as fuck.
How cold?
Well, it was like...
Give us Fahrenheit, not Celsius.
Yeah, because my car was Celsius the whole time. It was about, 30 to 40 degrees every day during the day, which is not terrible, but their wind is so insane there that it is just pushing you along. So,
oh my gosh.
But it was great. It was great. If there was a downside, I was telling JB over here that I was pretty hungry the entire time.
I don't know how you did it.
I don't know either. And everyone was like, you didn't eat any lamb or pork? And I was like, no, because they are pets and not food. If you guys follow my Instagram, there was a video I put up where there was just sheep everywhere, right? And some of them were just roaming around, and I was dying. I was dying to touch a sheep. So I pulled over to the side of the road. My dad's like, I don't know if this is a good idea. I was like, this is a great idea. This is what vacation is about.
Yes.
So I'm like walking very nicely towards these sheep, and I'm videotaping, and I'm like, here, guys, come here. And they're like, hell to the no. I mean,
they're like, you're going to eat me.
They're booking it away from me, and I was like, no, go back. But it's fine.
So you didn't get to pet one?
I didn't, but there were horses, and we did pull over at some point, and those horses were friendly as hell.
Horses.
So I did pet horses.
Oh my gosh, yay. What was your favorite part of the vacation? What was like the one activity you did, the one thing that was like
okay, if I have to pick one, then I'm going to pick towards the latter part of the trip. My dad and I went to, it's called the Glacier Lagoon, and there's a giant glacier, and in the last 90 years, thank you global warming, it has been melting and receding, and it created this giant lagoon, and these giant pieces of ice bust off into it, and there's icebergs everywhere. Oh my gosh. So we took a very small boat called a Zodiac boat. There's only 10 people on the boat, and we were just flying out over the water, guys. I mean, we were next to icebergs, glaciers. It was awesome. It was exhilarating and awesome.
That's amazing. Did you see any whales or anything while you were out there?
I saw seals. Aww. There were seals. They were just chilling on an iceberg, and they're like, don't bother me, man.
Sea puppies.
Sea puppies.
Sea puppies.
They were sea puppies. Yeah, so I think that was my fave. Yeah.
You'll have to excuse my squinty face at you. The sun is just like reflecting off this building.
It's right there, guys.
So I'm like, oh my God.
What? How about you? What's your favorite thing this week?
Ooh, okay. So my favorite thing this week is that I wrote and produced and starred in a little short film, and that is up now for the public. It's called Eradication. It's out on Vimeo, and so I'm really excited to have that like out into the world.
So if people are like, oh, let me see what Judyth Brooke's all about, how do they get that?
So you can go to Vimeo and type in Eradication or Judyth Brooke Eradication. Google's your friend. You can find it on Google. Yeah,
especially
from
China.
Social media
Google's
sites.
really your friend, but we don't talk about politics on this show.
Hey. She did it. She did it.
I didn't do it. So let's get on with what's going on in the world. There's always a lot going on. Would you like to go first?
Sure. Okay, so this is something I'm actually really excited about, speaking of global warming and the environment and everything. So you guys may have heard of the ocean cleanup projects.
I haven't, but I love that you're bringing light to this.
Okay, so excited. So years ago, there was like this 16-year-old kid who came up with this idea of how to help clean the oceans and get all the garbage out of it.
Okay.
And it was such an innovative idea, and he started working on this, and many years later, it has now come to fruition. So it's called the Ocean Cleanup Project, and he designed this system that will go out into the ocean and just like attract all the garbage and move through and collect it, and it's going to be the biggest ocean cleanup project there has ever been.
Wow.
So this system went out 2 weeks ago for testing for the first time to see if it was, going to be capable of sustaining itself in the wildlife.
Yeah.
And it was just pronounced good to go. So it's going to be taken out to the Great Pacific Garbage Patch.
Okay.
And it's going to get to work. So I'm really, really excited about this. I've been following this project for a few years now, and it's finally come to fruition, and we're going to get our oceans cleaned up.
Yay!
Yeah.
For giving a shit about the world.
Amen. So
Amen.
the project does have social media. You can check it out, the Ocean Cleanup Project, theoceancleanupproject.com, and you can track the system, see where it's at. Right now it's on its way to the Great Pacific Garbage Patch, and see how it's going.
That's fantastic. Well, thanks for talking about that.
Yeah, what's going on over here?
Okay, guys, so who watches Doctor Who? Do you watch Doctor Who? I don't watch Doctor Who, but I mean...
I hear wonderful things.
I hear wonderful things as well. And that show's been going on for years upon years upon years, because I guess the great Doctor Who shifts shapes.
He reincarnates.
He reincarnates all the time, so he's always alive.
Yeah.
So for this season of Doctor Who has reincarnated, finally, for the first time, as a woman.
Woo! It only took, what, 50, how long? Forever.
Yeah, forever. I'm sorry, I don't have those exact, but forever. So Jodie Whittaker is the new Doctor Who this season.
Yay.
And what's pretty amazing, so they were giving some statistics about the high openings for Doctor Who in time. So originally there was Peter Capaldi, and his season opener was 6.8 million, great number.
Nice.
Matt Smith, 7.7 million, great number. David Tennant, 8 million, all fantastic numbers. Well, Jodie Whittaker, the female Doctor Who, she had the highest numbers at 8.2 million and at 1.9 million viewers.
Yes.
People want to hear from women. Yes,
Woo!
yes.
That's so exciting. I need a high five for women everywhere.
Yes, we do. Thank you, Jodie. Hey, girl. And, you know, magazines out there are like, Doctor Who, people are loving that woman.
Yeah.
So, way to go, Jodie. We love you, finally. BBC, making some shit happen.
Love it. I love BBC.
I do, right?
They warm my heart.
I listen to BBC News, but I'm going to be honest. Their commentators are pretty monotone. So, sometimes when I listen, I'm like, oh, God, but I'm bored. And I like the news, but I'm like, oh, God, I'm bored.
Don't you feel like you can trust them more?
I do feel like I can trust them more.
I feel like what comes out of the BBC is a little...
They're less biased.
Yes, exactly.
If you want less biased news, BBC, and I hate Al Jazeera, believe it or not. Al Jazeera. So, but we don't, that's a sidebar for politics. So Curry is supposed to come on and help us figure it out.
Oh, Curry.
And he's here.
Woo,
he's
Curry.
here. Yay,
Hello.
So guys, sit tight. We're going to get Curry mic'd up, and we'll be back in just a jiff. Everyone on Facebook, enjoy those behind the scenes. We love you. We'll be back in a second. Hi guys, welcome back.
Welcome back.
What's up?
We've got a friend.
Hey, yay.
Hi, how's it going?
Hey, how you been since we saw you last?
Good.
Okay.
Yeah, it hasn't been that long.
Okay.
A month,
But
I
it's
guess.
been a month. It's
I know.
been a month.
It flies.
It has.
Time flies.
Do you like the change in slightly cooler weather?
No, it's made my skin really dry.
Oh.
I just noticed it like two. Oh yeah.
I love the cooler weather.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna wear shorts till November.
Okay.
I only wear jeans for like December and January.
Okay.
And then as soon as I get back in shorts, I'm like, I live in California.
Yeah, it's LA. You can do that here.
But I love all the stores now have like all the sweaters out. I'm like, who's wearing this?
It's like
80 degrees.
I know. Like last week, guys, it
Yeah.
dropped to 72, and everyone's like, "Ooh,
Oh, I know.
where's
Everyone's,
my
like,
North
frozen.
Face parka?"
The number of people I heard say, "Oh, it's freezing." It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
I know.
it's so cold.
I just laugh
I've
at
been
those
dying.
people.
How was your trip?
My trip was great.
Yes.
It was legit cold there,
Yeah, speaking of
but I
cold.
liked it a lot. I was telling JB I was pretty hungry the whole time, but that's okay. I
Yeah.
survived.
You did.
And it was beautiful. It was gorgeous.
Your pictures looked amazing.
Thank you.
Yes.
And there was like no weird. That was all with an iPhone 7, guys. No weird
Hey,
filters.
that's what I have a 7.
Did you see her in her bathing suit?
Yes.
I was feeling bold, and I put out a bathing suit shot, guys. I don't really do
Yeah,
that. So.
yeah, you look
look
amazing.
good.
We'll see.
You work
Thank
hard
you.
for that. You
Oh
should
my
be able to
gosh.
like.
You're the beast.
I know, literally.
Why, thank you, darling.
You're
Why,
welcome.
Thank
Of
you.
course.
So, guys, if you don't know, Curry comes with us once a month, and he helps us figure something out. Anything at all he wants us to figure out is totally legit. We don't care what it is. So, what are we getting into this week?
Well, it's the month of October, so I thought we could talk about Halloween costumes.
Okay, I'm so
So,
excited.
First of all,
Let's
I've like Instagram and the internet has made dressing up for Halloween like a whole other level of thing
That's true.
because you
Yeah,
have to top your friends. You like, do I post a day before so that it gets like attention?
You get some hashtags in there
exactly.
when
It's
people
like
start
it's so much
searching.
drama. So I thought here's a couple thoughts
'Kay.
for maybe like good ideas if
Okay.
you haven't thought of something yet or you can't think of something.
Yeah.
Number one, do something you've already done. Something I saw a couple of times last year that I thought was a really cool idea
Yeah.
is people recreating stuff they did when they were little.
Oh,
So it's like if you were that like simple black cat when you were like 5 years old,
Yeah.
do that again. And
Yeah.
it's a great way to like use your social media, and you can be like, look, I did this before. Here I am again. You know how people just recreate those like family
Yeah.
photos.
Oh, right.
So it's that kind of thing. You can do something you like if you were into like Lisa Frank when you were little.
I
you
mean,
could
who
sort of.
wasn't into
Yeah,
Lisa
exactly,
Frank?
yeah.
I still like Lisa
Yep.
Frank.
A lot of
I mean,
people
I don't
do.
buy. I buy it for my niece, but it's the colors. They
Yeah.
just suck you in.
I
know.
may or may not have a 600 pack of Lisa Frank stickers.
Yes.
Ooh.
What do you do with them?
Okay, you just look at them.
Well, occasionally I tutor, so I give
Ah, okay, cute. That's cute.
them
Okay.
and keep some for myself. But whatever.
Yeah,
That's
that's
cute.
fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Another one I've seen a couple people doing is they're being their parents. We all have hand-me-down clothes from our parents, or if you live near your parents, I'm sure they have something old in their closet.
Right.
And I think that's such a fun idea is to just be
I haven't seen
your
this.
parents.
That's kind of adorable.
Okay, I kind of like that.
Yeah. I always tend to go for something pop culture-y because, like, so I try to find, like, an old movie character, like, this year I think I'm going to be Reba because she has this album cover where she has this, like, black, like, turban
Yes.
thing on and a big hat.
Here's your one
And
chance, fancy, don't
exactly.
let me down.
I'm not really good with wigs, so I try to find something I can do without, like, a wig.
without a wig.
And another thing I thought is since everybody's so into the midterm elections that are coming up, and I'm the least political person ever, so like I'm not saying this is like, but it's something cool to do would be the local politician you're rooting for.
Oh, that's
because
great.
easy to tag. And you can bring awareness to that person because they're going to Google and be like, okay, who is this?
Yeah.
So
True.
easy, thought out, and like a really good way to be political in the fun way instead of being so, you know.
Right. Fuck you, man.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
So
Some pretty cool ideas.
Yeah.
These are great
I think it's always
ideas.
good to just look at things that you like actually care about, actually are looking into in your
Yeah.
life, and you know, do the best you
Get
can
my
do.
wheels turning.
So where do you like to shop for Halloween costumes? Are you like go to the store? Are you a thrifter? Are you Etsy?
I'm
What do you
usually
do?
a thrifter.
Okay.
Because I don't have money. But
It's LA, we're all starving artists.
yeah, exactly. And growing up, my parents never were. You know how everybody goes like Party City and gets those like $40 like
Yeah.
get-ups?
Oh no, we didn't do
Yeah,
that.
I was never that kid. So, so I've always just sort of pulled. Also, I'm usually weird things. So, like, it
Yeah,
just,
it's not a cut and dry
Gotta be
costume.
creative with
Exactly, yeah. I can't exactly find like a turban. I guess I could find a
You could
turban.
probably.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
could make
I gotta start looking.
Yeah, I know. Actually, I just started to Google stuff last night for Halloween
Do
costumes.
you know what you're gonna be?
I do. I think I'm gonna be an ice queen.
Ooh, that's
very
I
cool.
do. Yes,
Trip.
right. I know, but I want to do like I need to. Hey, if you're a makeup artist out
I was
there,
about
and
to
you
say,
want to
how are
do
you
some
doing the makeup?
I want to have like my veins be ice, and I want them to be coming up over into my face. So I'm putting it out there. If you got makeup skills, I can bring you on the show. You can want to do my makeup for the show. I'll bring
Oh,
you
that
on.
could be cool.
We'll plug you.
Yeah.
You do for Halloween. I'm
That'd
putting
be
it out
really
there right
cool.
now. If you're a makeup artist, hit me up, Chrissy Carpenter. Thank you.
Yeah.
So I think I'm gonna be an ice queen. I was looking at headdresses on Etsy last night because a lot of people make these beautiful headdresses.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And
Do you know
probably
what you're
like
doing?
I have no idea.
Do you usually
Really?
go all out?
You have no idea?
I have no idea.
I feel like
It
you
depends
would
on
have
the
an
year.
idea.
I know. Life has just been so hectic lately. I
It's
haven't
still
had
early.
time.
Not
to
any
think about
inclination
it.
at all.
No,
Well, are you a Game of Thrones fan?
I am not. I haven't. I know. I'm one
That's
of the
okay.
few people on the planet who
I
has
mean,
not
you
seen it.
truly could be. What's Arya's sister's name?
I don't
Sansa?
know.
Sansa.
Yeah, I
You
get that
are-
one. I know. I
you're
haven't seen it, but I
totally
get
a
that one all
Sansa.
the time.
And here's the thing: it's the last season of Game of Thrones. So if you add some hashtags in there, girl, you're gonna start generating all kinds of views.
Okay,
I'm just
okay.
saying. My sister's being
You're like,
Daenerys,
no.
Queen of Dragons. Yeah.
Oh, there you go. That's a good
Nice.
one.
I'd have to order like a special velvet gown or something,
She's
right?
got a
Isn't
shit
that
ton
what
of
they
gowns,
wear?
but here's the thing: you could be her later in the show. Right now, she's got a lot more power, and she's started to dress slightly darker, which is more interesting, I think.
Yeah.
So you know.
Okay. Well, if
Yeah.
anyone has an extra Sansa costume, hit me up.
Sophie Turner, I know you watch the show. Can you just
yeah.
throw JV
Yeah,
low?
please.
You guys are about the same height and everything.
Yeah, it's fine.
There you go.
What about you?
I'm gonna be Reba.
You're gonna be Reba,
oh, right,
yeah.
right,
Yeah.
Reba, I forgot.
I
Sorry.
So let me pose this: who's gonna go to the big Halloween carnival in WeHo this year?
I went last year.
You did
Because we
Tell
did
us about it.
Handmaid's Tale, so I thought,
you
and we
had-
and
yes.
my friend's mom made the outfits, and they were like,
Wow.
They could have been on the show. Like, they were so legit. I honestly felt guilty wearing it. I was like, this is nice. Like, this is a nice costume.
You could
You could go
recycle
out.
it.
That's true, and I probably am.
Yeah.
I have a secret for later in December I'm going to do,
Cool.
but I won't tell you yet. But,
Okay, great.
yeah, I don't know.
So how was it
it's
last
a
year?
zoo,
It is a zoo.
But
It is a zoo.
Yeah.
it is worth it because
You gotta go once.
First, I don't drink, so I don't like that element of it is kind of annoying. But like, the costumes are unreal.
They are unreal.
Yeah.
They are fucking
So it's
unreal.
worth it. I'd say if you want to do it, honestly, go early, enjoy
Go
it,
early.
and then go do something else.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely not a like go all night.
No.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I'm going to go this year and take my sister because she hasn't been yet.
Yeah.
And it's on a Wednesday, and we've got the show on Thursday, so
Yeah.
I can't get too crazy.
Just find a good spot, like 2 blocks away to Uber and be dropped off.
Yeah.
And then another way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because that's what I was going to do. I was going to
That's
lift
the
it
annoying
in.
part.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
like
the
the-
traffic
yeah.
and the
I
driving.
don't want to
Yeah.
drive in WeHo. I don't even want like trying to park in WeHo on a regular
Exactly.
day.
Exactly.
Right.
Let
But
alone.
it is cool. The costumes are like out
I mean,
of.
you've
I
got
mean, we live in
people on
LA.
stilts.
Right.
You've got like
Exactly.
literally mechanical wings that
Exactly.
are popped. It's intense.
Go big
It
or go
was
home.
cool.
So what are you guys going to do for Halloween this year?
My friend is coming into town, and she was like, I don't want to do anything. I just want to like go to dinner or something. So I was like, that's fine with me.
Okay.
So I'm probably gonna be Reba the weekend before,
Okay. Okay.
which is fine.
I mean, you guys go to Disneyland.
Yeah, she's not really that kind of friend.
Oh.
She just wants to like go to dinner and like hang out and chill,
Quiet
which
night.
I'm fine with.
Yeah.
Oh, it's fine. I've done it.
And you live in an apartment, so no trick-or-treaters.
No, oh well, no. I was like, I live in LA. People ain't come to my door. I wouldn't answer. When people knock on my door here, I'm like,
Crawl over, look through the
yeah,
peephole.
and I still
Actually,
don't
that's
answer.
so legit. People do not knock on doors
Uh-uh.
here. And it's very suspicious when that happens.
I'm always like, oh God, did I not pay my rent? Like I'm always like, what
What
happened?
do you want? It's like
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
when someone calls you, you're like, are you dead?
Oh yeah, exactly. Oh yeah. Every time I never answer the phone. I always wait for the voicemail. I'm like,
Do you have
bye.
any Halloween plans?
Well, I'm going to be going to a bunch of different haunted events throughout the month.
Oh, you like scary shit,
Yes.
don't you? Oh,
So I already
forgot.
went to Dark Harbor, the Queen Mary.
Okay, how was
It's
that?
gonna be fun. It was awesome. I
It's
love
scary.
it.
It's scary.
Do you
I
like
mean,
walk
in a good
around
way.
through it?
Yeah, go through all the mazes and the characters.
I don't like that.
Yeah. The
Sure,
only
this
thing
scares
I
me so
didn't like about it was in these like 2 mazes, I got squirted with water.
Oh, that's whack.
Do they
That's
tell
not-
you beforehand?
No, of course they don't.
One of them had like a little sign out front that said "May get wet," but I didn't see that
Yeah.
before. I saw that after. And there's nothing more annoying than just like getting hit in the face with a blast of water.
Oh yeah, that sucks. And your makeup gets all fucked up.
exactly.
Yeah, that's
like
fucked.
mascara running.
Yeah.
Hair's frizzy.
Right, right.
Yeah. So that was the only part where I was like,
Yeah, no.
but other than that, loved it.
So what else are you gonna hit up? Like you do the haunted hayride?
I'm gonna do some haunted hayrides, corn mazes.
You do the corn mazes with the scary people inside the corn mazes? Never. Never.
That's the best part.
No.
You're out in the fall nature, the cornfields, the forest. That's when it feels really spooky. It's when you're like, I don't know if I'm gonna get eaten by a coyote or the chainsaw guy's gonna come out. You
I
know?
don't
That's
want
so
to be
interesting that
trapped.
people like that shit.
I
hate.
think it's hilarious.
I have like a couple dudes who were like, let's go to Universal Hollywood Horror Nights. And I was like, no. And they're all like, no, you got me, it'll be fun. I was like, no, you don't understand. Here's a reenactment of me at one of those.
Exactly, that's me too. Exactly.
That's
I,
Okay, guys,
I
I'll
grab the
text you.
person's shirt in front of me and I just
Yup.
just walk through.
And
I don't like
I
it.
have literally socked monsters. And I know
Yeah.
you're not supposed to touch them, but it's like, I just can't,
Yeah.
I can't
I
do
have
it.
noticed that when I go through, I tend to go through with my hands up, just instinctually.
I'm just ready to fight.
I'm just ready.
I love
I'm
that.
ready. Yeah, so
Yeah.
it's like any real danger, it's going down. But just the fun, I don't like the gory, the gross stuff, but I love the fun, spooky stuff. Like you can jump out at me, that's totally fine, but I don't really want to see blood and guts.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Would
Your
you
face.
would you do one of those ones where they kidnap you?
Hell no.
Yeah. That's
No.
Yeah.
Because those are the ones where they do gross stuff.
Yeah, that's
What do you
I
mean
don't
they like
want
put you in a
fake
trunk?
Blood dropped on me. I don't want to be.
You like sign a waiver. and
Oh
they
no.
can't-
Yeah.
I don't need to be signing no waiver.
I'm not doing that.
If
I
I have
don't-
to sign something,
no.
I'm out. Like that's like what are we doing?
I don't want to be in the middle of a horror movie.
Yeah.
I just want to go and feel spooky.
Okay, you do that. She's gonna do that. Curry and I will be like, like,
Yeah, I'm like, I'll go see a movie. Like, I like to jump when I'm like in my seat with the Diet Coke. Like, I'm not trying to like, I don't need it like at me.
that's why I'm like, let's go to Disney to the Haunted Mansion.
Exactly.
I can totally handle that.
Because you're in your little car. You're
Like,
like,
you can't touch me. I'm
Yeah.
cool.
yeah, that.
Adorable.
Okay, well, Curry, thanks for helping us figure
Thanks
out
for having
Halloween
me, always.
costumes, new ways to think about it. Tell everyone where they can find and follow support you. Curry has a show too. You got to get on it.
Everything's at Curry Terrell, CurrieTerrell. Curry Terrell.
That's true. And Curry will be back next month, November. Halloween will have come and gone. We'll be thinking about turkey.
Oh man, you're making me hungry.
Yams.
Turkey.
Mashed potatoes.
All that
Mac and
jazz.
cheese. Oh, I'm getting so excited over here.
All right, guys, we're going to take a really quick break. We're going to get all set up for Lisa. Don't go anywhere, Facebook. We love your support. Enjoy the behind the scenes. We'll be back in a jiff, guys. Hold on. Hi, guys. Welcome back.
Welcome back. We've got a new friend.
Hi. New friend. Guys, Lisa joins us. Hey, Lisa. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
Lisa is a multifaceted woman, everyone, okay? So she's got this whole improv shit, which we're definitely going to get into because improv
Thank
is
you.
my favorite as well.
Oh, nice.
It is my favorite. But what's really cool about you that I like is
tell me.
you're such a creator of sorts, you know? And I think I talk about it all the time. It's all about creating your own content.
Yeah.
And that is what this woman does.
Thank you.
In many ways, she's got producer, director, write shit, act shit, make shit happen. So we're going to jump into some of your projects.
Let's talk about it.
Yes. So you have quite a few things that are on Amazon Prime now.
Yeah, I am Dog Moms. My web series is now available on Amazon Prime, so I guess it's still a web series, but I guess you would call it more of a
Streaming?
Streaming.
A streaming
It's
series?
streaming.
Streaming series?
Yeah.
I love Dog Mom.
Did you watch it?
love Dog Moms also.
You guys, are you
So
familiar with
good.
Dance Moms?
Oh yes.
I mean, I didn't
Guilty
watch Dance
pleasure.
Moms because I'm one of those people who's like, I'm not
Guilty
wasting my
pleasure.
brain on that.
Yes.
But you did a great Dance Moms parody.
Thank you. So I hated myself for watching Dance Moms.
Yeah.
I couldn't turn it off, right?
But it's so addictive.
I know. And I just realized, listen, I'm showing up week after week after week to watch these young girls be emotionally abused. And I can't turn off the TV. And I hate myself for it. And if there were one show for 1 second emotionally abused or abused an animal, I would move heaven and earth to get it off the air.
Yeah.
But here I was every Tuesday night, like, let's see what these moms and these,
Like toddlers and tiaras.
Oh, well, yeah. So I said, okay, what am I going to do with this? And so I just constructed this. I thought, oh, this is amazing. And so I wanted to play Waggy Lee. And my friend Linke is an amazing stylist, and she works on TV and film. And I said, can you make this hair? And she said, I can.
The hair is great. You got to watch it for
And
the hair.
the nails,
Perfect.
the nails. It's so
nails,
funny.
yeah.
Pink nails. I love
My
it.
director Ryan he only saw me in that wig those first 2 days, so it wasn't until like weeks later that he realized that wasn't my hair. I was like, so you thought I really like looked like her? And he was like, yeah. And I said, okay.
A very
Great.
specific look.
Oh.
It's working for this.
And then our makeup woman who did all the makeup is amazing because she really transformed people to look like the women on the show.
Yeah.
It was incredible. I was so pleased with how it turned out, and it was all improvised. Like we had
That's
beat
what I
structured
love
beats.
the most.
But it was,
It
I mean,
was
because it
all
was
improvised.
6 dogs on set one day, so
right.
there's no way we could script it. No.
I
My
know.
favorite is Ken Doll.
Thank you.
So cute.
And
Nice
Phil
boy.
instead of Jill.
Yes.
Yeah, that's Mike
Absolutely.
Kaczynski, who was on, oh gosh, what was that show on TV Land? Preacher or Pastor?
Preacher.
Pastor, yeah.
Preacher.
Oh, not Preacher on AMC, but Pastor.
Oh, okay.
Sorry,
Gotcha.
very
Yeah.
different genre,
Gotcha, girl.
but still hilarious.
mixed up.
He's so wonderful, and his facial, I just would sit, we would sit in editing and just
Laugh.
cry laughing because he's so funny.
I mean, it is really good. And
Yeah.
one scene that I really liked is you're giving out dog solos.
Yes.
And everyone is so excited for that dog solo. And you're giving when you give it to them, they have these terrible, demeaning names.
Mm-hmm.
And then, one girl's like, well, and you're like, I'm taking it away.
Mm-hmm.
And then everyone tries to get it, and you're like, are you done? She's like, yeah. Okay, then you have it back. And there's this whole back and forth that goes with it.
Well,
and it's
if you've
great.
seen Dance Moms,
Oh, yeah.
the solos are like the
Coveted.
emotional
Crux.
like it's a hostage. She
Absolutely.
holds them hostage with whether or not they get a solo.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
It's amazing.
Well, you did it a great
Well,
great
thank
job.
you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
You did. And I think what's really great is, this is a project that you did a few years ago.
I did.
And at that time, I mean, I'm sure you didn't know that it would later be on Amazon Prime, which is accessible to millions of people.
Yeah, it's so nice that there's constantly new platforms arriving that creators have more access to,
Yes.
right?
And you can still find it on YouTube.
You can.
You can.
And I do like that Amazon Prime is more accessible, so it has to be closed captioned for it to be available on Amazon Prime. So that was a nice enlightening moment for me to say, oh yeah, like why isn't my stuff always closed captioned? You know,
right.
like I can start doing that as I continue and move on.
Yeah. And I mean, that's just not all she's created, folks. Oh, no.
This is true. This is true.
Much more.
So we've got, what is it, Rick and Len Fix Shit.
Oh my God. Have you seen that?
I did. I watched Rick and Len Fix Shit. So
In which I look like a Polish janitor.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
yeah. And once again, the hair, we've
That
got
is
like a
that
weird...
a women's wig turned backwards.
You
It is
transform your
great.
characters so much.
do.
in
It's
each
so
piece.
much fun.
Yeah.
So my friend Robin and I were in Cancun for her birthday, and we were swimming in the Gulf of Mexico, and we were just battling the baby waves, and we created these two overly macho characters.
Yeah.
And her name is Robin, my name is Lisa, so we became Rick and Len, and then we just, at the end of that vacation, we were kind of like, I don't want to let those characters die.
Right.
So we figured out who would these guys be, what would they do. They would clearly be like janitors and handymen, and they would clearly be terrible at their jobs. So we just wrote a whole web series about it.
Yeah. And it, once again, is awesome. It is so
you.
awesome. I mean, you're so fucking talented.
There's a lot of like special effects in that one.
Yeah.
And we are just really, really bad and silly punny jokes. And Rick, my friend Robin, who plays, she completely transforms herself.
Yeah.
She looks
I mean,
nothing.
her teeth are all fucked up.
I mean, I call her like a Neanderthal Danny Bonaducci is what she looks like. And like she gets beat up and like injured and I get away scot-free, which is super
Yeah,
fun.
I mean, and you have some great, I mean, there was one moment where you're fixing the ceiling toilet, the toilet ceiling, and then you go crashing through it and there's like porcelain and water, and I was just like, God, I bet that was really hard to shoot. And people who don't make shit probably wouldn't think about that, but I was like, look at them with the effects.
Yeah,
Look at them.
our DP and our director, Mike and Mark, were just so wonderful. That's what I love about creating stuff like that is you have an idea and then you collaborate, and when you work with people who are fun and willing to try and experiment, it becomes something bigger than you ever imagined.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Which I think a lot of times creators just do everything by themselves from start to finish, and that's
It's hard.
It's not as
well,
fun.
it's so hard,
It's
and
hard.
also some formats make more sense like that.
Right.
But for sketch and for web series and stuff like that, I think when you allow other people to come in and add their expertise, it becomes so much more fun.
It makes it even better. There are things other people can add that you don't even imagine, but it's just layered and it becomes, like you said, so much bigger than it originally was.
Yeah.
I love collaborating.
Oh my God, I know. And I think that's my improv roots, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Yes.
it's not precious to me. I really want other people to come in and put their 2 cents in so that it becomes this beautiful thing that I could never imagine on my own.
I know, I totally agree with all the things you're saying. And something that I have to work on getting better is I'm the person who always like, but wait, I have to have some kind of control in every aspect of it, but you're right, you don't, and it's often better when you don't.
Well, it's hard not to, because especially if it was your original idea, it's so hard to kind of it's hard to let it transform into something else. And it's just a muscle that you just develop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of your improv, I mean, your improv roots go way back, girl.
Way back.
Way back.
Yeah.
How did you first get started with improv?
So I was in grad school. I was getting my MBA, and in the student paper, there was an ad for this woman who wanted to start coaching improv because she had studied at Second City, and she was down in Champaign at the U of I, and so I just went and auditioned, and I loved it. I fell in love with it immediately.
Yeah.
And it was originally just going to be this way to kind of like blow off steam from studying, and then whoops.
And then this is your life.
Yep. Sorry, parents. Thank you.
Improv is one of those things that when you try for the first time, you either love it immediately and you're like, this is for me,
Right.
or you're like, oh God, no.
Yes.
Never again.
I totally agree.
I think there's also a third category, because I've taught a lot now. There's a third category of people who are like, I hate this, but I am going to win.
I will do it.
They fight it like, they talk about it like it's cancer, right? Like, I'm going to beat this. It's not going to get the best of me. And that's what I would just feel like, that's not how it should feel.
It should
I mean,
be
you
fine.
do you. It's your journey, but if it's an art form, I don't feel like it's healthy if it's like, I will win at this.
I agree.
I just don't feel like that's healthy.
And more things that you've been a part creative-wise that are now on Amazon Prime.
Yes.
Successful People.
Oh my God, yeah.
I love your character.
Oh, Kimberly Hawks is delightful.
She's amazing.
She's the most annoying person on the planet. And my friend Artie, who wrote the series, and Teresa, they in season 1, they said, we have this woman who's awful, and I think you'd be great for it. And I said, okay. And we had so much fun on that episode. And then when they came back for season 2, they said, we really want her to be a bigger part of it because people loved that episode.
Yeah.
And I said, okay. And the first thing I did was go and buy this disgusting jelly bean like print jumpsuit.
Yeah.
And this pink beret. Like
Yeah.
you just knew.
This
She's
is
awful.
her.
I know,
This
she's
is her.
awful. So
And her daughter Pickles.
thank you. The ugliest
my
dog in the world.
gosh.
I literally Googled the ugliest dog in the world.
Oh, when that picture came, I was like, ugh.
I know. She's the worst person ever.
Yeah.
Well, one thing that struck me about this, and this is a testament to your acting skills.
Thank you.
When you're kind of reprimanding them for what you walk in, you've got this giant green purse, and you're reprimanding them for what they
That is
did.
vegan leather, I'll have you know.
And okay, thanks, girl. And you're searching for your phone, and you're so mad, and you just can't find it. And it's breaking your zest and your gusto. And there's just such lovely nuance in there where you kind of like drop your line and you kind of say what you mean and then you go back into it. And I was like, look at this girl, she's cute.
Again, that's Ryan and Craig. They're the co-directors and DPs who shot season 2 of Successful People, and they worked with me on Dog Moms. So it's nice to collaborate with people that you find you love. You keep collaborating with them, and then you kind of get a little bit of a shorthand. And that was at the end of that day for that shoot, and I could not do what they wanted. So part of that was me just being like, I don't know what you want me to do. And then at the end I was like, is that what you wanted? And they were like, okay. So
But I liked it. I really liked it.
Yeah, it was super fun.
It was great. Okay, so I know you got 100 things going on.
It is, this world, as you know, this lifestyle, this industry out here is just kind of like a patchwork quilt of juggling things.
Yes. I mean, you just had an episode of Grey's Anatomy come
I
out.
did. It just aired, and it was a really cool one shot. That whole scene was like one continuous shot, and if you blink, you kind of miss. So be careful.
Don't blink.
But it was so fun, and the director of that episode was the showrunner of The Blacklist, and so he was like, it was a really the way he envisioned it. It was so fun working with him. It was so fun being on that set to walk around and be like, I know where I am. And like, it's not a real place, Lisa.
Right,
Like,
right.
it's not really
That's
a
real in
hospital.
here.
It was so real in here. And then, yeah, it was really, really fun. That was such like a dream. I always wanted to be on there, and I'm so glad I got to.
Yeah, and you did Disney. For those of you who got kids out there, you did Bunked.
I
mean,
did. I was an episode of Bunked, and that was like full-on kids comedy introduction. I was
Girl, you
covered
look
in
a mess.
food. They sat me in a kiddie pool and dunked water on me. I'm like, it was
Just what you want.
It was amazing. It was truly amazing. It was a wonderful, wonderful opportunity.
And This Is Us.
Yes.
I love. It's like my favorite show on right now.
It's so good. And you know, this dates me a little bit, but the director of those episodes, those 3, it was like number 1, number 2, number 3, was Ken Olin. And he is old school from like 30-something.
Oh,
And
okay.
I have loved him and his career for decades.
Yeah.
And so even though I was like fangirling over Justin Hartley in my role,
Girl,
every time we would call cut, I would be like, what does Ken Olin have to say? And I literally had to keep myself from going like, I love you. It was so
I'm not
funny.
weird, I swear.
I know. I was so fangirling over the director. It was really funny.
That's
So
adorable.
something that I thought was really cool, and for those of you who are also actors or artists out there, like
Yes.
Judyth Brooke and I are as well,
Yes.
when you go to your website, you have right there on the front listed like your specific breakdown. And I have
Yes.
never seen that, and I was like, that is so fucking intelligent.
Well, I
to
can't
have
claim
it up
credit.
there.
Thank you. It's from Jill Alexander. I took
Okay.
her commercial workshop, and she's brilliant, and everybody who can work with her should absolutely work with her. And her website is jillforpromqueen.com,
Ooh,
which is,
go Jill.
I wish I would have thought of that web address
Yeah, right.
anyway. But yeah, she works with commercial people mostly.
Yeah.
And so she wanted when you get cast for a commercial, they cast you and your personality. It's not the actor that you're playing, because commercial shoots happen really fast from start to finish. It's like less than a month from concept to execution, and everybody's kind of under the gun, and it's very hectic. And so they want to know, can they hang out with you for the day?
Yeah.
Right? Like, are you somebody they want to be with on set?
Right.
And when it's hour 18 and everybody's tired.
Right.
So, and they're casting you. Pretty much. It's rare in a commercial are they casting a character.
Right.
So she wanted us to kind of figure out what our type is, and that was really helpful for me to kind of figure that out.
Yeah, and when you read it, you're like, oh, I can see her in that and that and that. I mean, it's great. So if you're an actor out there, I encourage you to really figure out what your type is and put that on your website.
Yeah.
Make it easy for people casting.
Let people know.
Branding.
Yes, God, it's a total other job that we have to do in our patchwork quilt of juggling.
Yes, it is.
It is a business.
And before we end, we got one more thing to shout out.
Please.
Sundays. All right, you got a live IG show. Yes! Okay, tell everyone.
Can you please be my hype person?
Yes.
Everywhere.
She knows my schedule better than I do. I love it. Yeah, so every Sunday I do a live Instagram show called Suggestion Sunday, #Suggestion Sunday. There's probably a lot of other Suggestion Sunday out there, but that's what our show is called.
I love it.
And it's a free live improv show that you can join from anywhere for free for however long you want to. And I start off with, I'll take a suggestion and do a character monologue, and you just type in a suggestion in the comment section.
Yeah.
And I do a character monologue, and then I have special guests. And we play scenes and games, and sometimes if you're in there and you can participate, you can do as little or as much as you want to. It's so much fun. It goes about 30, maybe 40 minutes if we're having a blast, but you can come and go as you please. So it's not like when your friend says, come to my improv show, you have to go spend $7 and then buy 2 drinks, and then it's terrible and you have to wait until you slink out before they catch you and ask you how it was.
Be home in your pajamas looking a mess.
That's what I do often as I host it. So please just drop in. It's super, super fun.
I think that is so innovative. I mean, I would have never thought of using Instagram in that manner.
Thank you.
So, way
I've been
to go,
doing
girl.
it for over a year and a half.
And we got to shout out Amanda Troop. Amanda Troop's a friend of the show.
Yeah,
we had
she
her
was
on
just
last
on,
season.
and she was just
She's
on.
great.
She was so fun.
Yeah, she's a funny one too.
Oh my God, yes, and her voices are delightful.
Right? Her voices.
Yeah.
She's like, I know how voices going on.
I know.
Yeah, it's good. So guys, please follow and support Lisa Linke.
Yes.
We really like her. I hope you do too.
Please.
Tell her
You'll
on
be
your social
delighted.
media.
Yeah, it's easy to find me. It's just ITSLINKE. It's Linke. That's my last name.
Just get it all there.
Get it
folks.
all
Get it
there.
all there. So we're gonna take a really quick break. We got to keep things moving. We got Chandler Juliet in the house. She's gonna perform live for us. Hang tight, Facebook. We love you as always, and we'll be right back, everyone. Stay tight.
Thank you.
Hi guys, welcome back.
Welcome back.
Chandler's in the house.
Hello.
Maybe you guys remember from last season, she was here.
Yes.
And she's got more amazing shit on the horizon, so she back.
Yep, happy
Welcome
to be
back,
back. Thank you so
girl.
much for
I'm
having me.
loving this look.
Oh, thank
the
you.
Shirt, the eyeshadow,
Thank
the
you.
hair, rocking that sort of 80s look.
Thank you so
Love it.
much.
Yeah.
Also, you just got verified on Instagram, which I feel like this is such a weird day and age where we congratulate people
my
on that.
God.
But congratulations.
I wanted that stupid blue check mark
mean,
for
who
so
doesn't,
long, and then
right?
when you get it, you're like, wait, my life isn't any different. But
You're like, I thought the endorsements were gonna roll in.
I definitely got excited when I saw it. I was like, oh, no way, yes, oh my God. It's just silly. In LA, everyone wants it because they want to feel like all our efforts are being seen
Rewarded
and
in a way.
recognized or validated, because everyone works hard. Everyone deserves success because everyone who's getting success worked for it. There's no one that just gets handed anything. And no matter what it looks like, the overnight success, no,
they were
person's
in
been
that shit
working
for 10 years.
for at least 5 to 10.
Yeah. So can we ask, what steps did you have to go through to get verified?
There's a new submission form in the settings. That's all I did.
Okay.
Yeah,
Do you
submit.
have to have a certain amount
Amount
of
of followers?
I don't think so. I think you just submit and that's it. So
Okay.
good luck to you all.
Well, good to know.
I did that and I just went, oh man, I just know I'm gonna get it. I just had a feeling.
Everyone's gonna go verify
Visualize.
themselves now.
Yeah, I mean everyone should submit for it. Why not?
You know, what's that stupid exclusive dating app that all the celebrities do? That they talk about Aria or Raya? Maybe you can get into Raya now.
Maybe.
Get into Raya now. Because they do it based on your social media, or if you're
Do you
friends
need
with
to
a
be-
celebrity and they recommend you.
Do you need to be verified to get it?
I feel like that helps immensely.
Yeah.
What's it called?
It's called Raya. It's called Raya.
I'm not on any dating apps.
Raya might be the one for you.
Maybe you're right. I'm
mean,
not on
if you're
any
gonna get
apps.
on one, why not get on the fanciest one in existence?
That's
one
so
there is.
hilarious.
Yeah.
I just feel like I have such a I'm a personality person.
Right,
So
right.
when I meet people in person and like they get my humor and they kind of like intrigue me with their humor and personality,
Absolutely.
that's when I'm like, but it happens honestly kind of rarely. So
I agree.
I'm just like, there's no way, it's gonna take way longer if I'm like swiping based on looks and like their interests, and it's just like, well, I don't even know if you're cool in person.
Right.
So I'm not gonna waste like my
energy,
agreed.
yeah.
I'm just
Same.
really busy too, so. But hey,
but
I'm gonna
hey,
try that out.
maybe.
Why not? I hope I can get in after all this.
If you get in, I'm gonna be like, let me look at your Raya.
Who's on there? Who's on there? Hilarious.
So speaking of busy, you have a new single dropping next week,
Yep,
right?
next Wednesday, October 17th, and I'm playing a single release show at the Standard Hollywood
What a
for
great
Desert
place.
Nights. And it's going to be in a really amazing lineup. We're doing like a Songs of Resistance theme. Trish's and Caitlin Eady are playing, and they're both
Oh, Caitlin Edie, friend of the show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Such amazing artists, both of them. And and then I'm doing the single release show, and it's gonna be a really special evening.
That sounds so good.
Yeah.
And this new EP that's coming out, it's got a theme, right?
Yeah.
We got elements, and this is
Yes.
the water element
Yes.
that's coming out.
Yep.
You already had your fire element
Yep.
come out,
That's right.
which was kicking ass. Tell everyone about that.
Yes. Okay, so fire. I'm a fire sign. I'm a Leo. What are
Okay.
you guys?
Well, I'm an Aquarius, but
Okay.
apparently that's an air sign, even
Air,
though we're water bearers.
Yeah, you're air.
I'm
What
a
do you?
Pisces.
Okay,
so
I'm a
water.
Pisces. Rising.
Rising.
I don't know what that means, but I think that means like Pisces are like emotional beings, and I definitely am an emotional being.
In a
I love-
good
Yeah,
way.
no,
Right,
emotional
sensitive and
intelligence, self-awareness,
Yeah.
super important. And like, as soon as someone told me that, I downloaded this app called CoStar, and it tells you your rising, your moon, and if you know the time you were born, it can get you your whole chart. And it's really, really a cool app. And then you can be friends with other people who are into that.
I kinda wanna
And then you can
know
read
that.
their signs. Oh, it's fun. So yeah, I just found that out. But anyway, how do we get into that? Fire.
Fire.
Elements. Fire, water, earth, and air are the 4 elements. And I dropped Burning Sage the end of August, like last day of August, and it got on 3 New Music Fridays.
Yeah.
Denmark, Iceland, and the US one. So
Hey, girl. I was just
Next
in
year,
Iceland.
Iceland.
So
You were?
I just came back last
Ooh.
week.
Oh my
yeah,
gosh.
yeah, it was
So
great.
cool.
Yeah. So what made you want to explore the elements or have that be your theme?
Well, I actually wrote Tidal Wave first. That was the first song, maybe first or second song I wrote, top of the year, and I just graduated college last December.
Yep.
So this is the first year.
Congratulations.
Thank you. First year I've just been like an adult for real, and it's been like
Culture shock,
Yeah,
guys.
it's figuring life out.
it's been shocking. And I grew up out here, so I didn't think it would be any different. Like, oh yeah, I'm done with college and I'm just gonna keep doing music, but I felt like I literally like fell off. You know, when you're in the ocean and you just like, you're like, oh God. So it kind of felt like that.
Like, oh my God, I overdrew my bank account 7 times. I didn't even know that could happen.
It was kind of a lot, and I was really shocked about that. So I wrote Tidal Wave first, and that song is kind of just sort of about this like deep craving I have for deep emotional relationships that I've never felt satisfied growing up in LA. And I don't know, any sane person would question, like, is there something wrong with me? Like, I can't keep any close friends for more than a couple of years. Like, what's going on? And then I'm realizing, like, whoa, I grew up in a place where everyone's coming to for a reason, for an agenda, kind of like nothing's getting in the way of this dream. And
Right.
I'm kind of like that too, but I still like want a family.
Yeah.
And like, I'm starting to find people that are on that same wavelength, and I've really found a community out here in music, and I'm so grateful, especially this year. But at the time, I felt very alone, and just realizing like these waves of life. Like there's good, and then you got to ride that wave, and then it ends, and then there's a bad one, and then you got to endure it, and then it ends, and it's good. So
Yeah.
it's just realizing that nothing lasts forever. So I wrote that song first, and that was like a very special song for me. And then I wrote Burning Sage with a couple collaborators. And then I was like in a spin class a week later, and I was like, fire, water, yes, earth, air. I'm gonna write an Elements EP, and like just like got excited about it, like all endorphin high, like oh my God, I've got it. So
That's why exercising is good for you.
it is people. I get some really good ideas in the gym or after a workout. It's
Yeah,
true.
yeah.
So I'm like, that's it. I'm gonna do an Elements EP, and then quickly wrote Gravitational, which is the Earth Earth song, and then a song called Hide and Seek, which is the air song. And they're all kind of about life and letting go of adolescence, and every line has like hints about my story, which is like growing up in the valley, and yeah. So I just want to keep telling that story. It's realizing it's kind of unique.
Yeah.
Everyone comes here.
Absolutely.
I was already here, and it's weird. So.
Yeah.
Well, to say the more personal something is to you, the more universal it is to your audience.
Yeah.
So the deeper you go into those like personal struggles, the more people are going to relate to them.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh,
Yeah,
I like that.
I've felt that actually. I wrote Tidal Wave, and I've been playing it around town all year, and a lot of people are like, yo, that is so relatable. I feel so alone in LA, like, da-da-da. And it's not like no one cares about each other. It's just like priorities.
Yes.
Like, I love every one of my friends, and I take forever to text back. I'm just so busy every day, and it's like, I hope they know I have so much love for them.
Yeah.
So as we get older, I have set this beautiful intention of like, creating a family. Like when I'm 30, I want to have a house party or like a dinner party and just look around the room and be like, yep, I love and trust everyone in this room.
Yeah.
But right now it's like, it's go time, so
Yeah.
they get it.
Okay.
They get it.
All right. So before we have you play, I just have a very random question
Go.
for you. So I was looking through your Instagram, and you had posted a picture of you in Nashville, and you're
Yes.
up on this tower,
Yes.
and you were wearing fucking probably the shoes you have on now. Now this is coming from a girl who climbs on a regular basis. How did you get up that goddamn tower in those shoes?
Those shoes got me through a few good years. Okay, I was just on a day off, and it wasn't Nashville. It was Lenoir City, some random city near Knoxville in Tennessee, and I was with my friend who came with me on my little humble tour.
Yeah.
And we were just exploring, and we were like, oh, this is cool. And we just like took photos in this big open space, and then there was this big like power tower.
Yeah, like a power line tower.
Power line tower, whatever you call it.
Yeah.
And then we were like, let's climb it. Okay, and then we started climbing, and then there's like this video. There's this video of like him like shooting me from underneath, and I'm like, yeah, this is as far as I'm going. And he's like, no, keep going. And I'm like, okay, and I keep going. So it was just like an adventurous day. I feel like I always do crazy stuff like that, but yeah.
Wait, was there a ladder involved? I didn't think so. Those poles
I
were
just
far
had long
apart.
legs.
Okay.
Yeah, it was fun. I used to climb trees and like those like doorways when I was younger.
Yeah. Who didn't love climbing a doorway, right?
I just
It
love
was
climbing.
awesome.
It's fun. It's
You
adventurous.
should take rock climbing with me.
I'm like, where do you go? Hollywood Boulders or?
Sometimes I go to Vertigo here in Burbank, or I go
Okay.
downtown to LA Boulders, or I'll go to
I
Cliff
would
in
love
Culver
to
City.
go.
Yeah,
You should come too.
But it's the same company that owns all of them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
She's
Oh my
legit.
gosh.
She's like
Bouldering
climbing out in
is
the world.
So, oh really? Like actual rocks?
Yeah. I'll show you
She's
pictures.
Bouldering I
Yeah.
can't do. There was like a rock
Bouldering's
wall at
hard.
my college that I climbed from time, and then you get really sore, like
Yeah,
in the
you just gotta suck it.
forearms.
You gotta
and
suck
you're
it the fuck up
"Ooh,"
until your body
like
gets
those
used to
little
it.
tiny muscles, you know,
I'm just
they're
saying,
asleep.
be careful. When she says come climbing, it escalates very quickly.
Let's go
Pardon
to
the pun.
let's go to the playground where you can do like the advanced one, and I'll
you
do
can
like the
jungle
neat.
No, you'll come indoors with me. I'll help you out.
Okay,
It'll be all right.
I'm down. I'm in. I need more exercise anyway. We all do. I'll probably get another idea afterwards.
That's right.
There you
That's right. So, are you playing Tidal Wave today? What are you playing?
The new single is out everywhere next Wednesday, October 17th, and it's gonna be an exciting release. Ear Milk is gonna premiere.
What
the
is
single.
What is Ear Milk?
Ear Milk is a pretty big music blog.
Oh.
So like I've been telling people like, yeah, Ear Milk's gonna. They're like, oh, you got that? Oh my God, that's so cool. I'm like,
Because
yeah.
she does have the official blue check mark.
Yeah,
guys.
that's gotta be the one that did it, you know? They said yes the day after, so it must have been the blue check.
Could be.
But yeah, it's gonna be good to have this song finally out. It took a while to get it right. I actually tried producing with a couple different teams, and like it was going too pop and just too fully produced, and it's like a very minimal track. Like Burning Stage kind of has like a groove and hip hop beat to it, but Tidal Wave is like very calming, soothing, and haunting. So
Can't wait to hear it.
All right,
Yeah, I
girl.
hope you
Well,
guys
when
like
you're
it.
ready, take it away.
okay, just like that.
Yes,
just
sister.
like
We're
that.
ready.
It's a ritual thing, trust. Okay. I tell myself it's okay to feel lonely. pretending I don't really care. Just throws me into arms of people who don't notice whether or not I'm there. I try my hardest not to get nervous. Don't wanna be a shark in the water. Still learning how to live on purpose. Maybe all of this is karma. Why I'm going under. I'm praying I can turn this thing around. I'm over my head and I'm out of my mind. I wish I was an anchor, but I am floating, floating. And another tidal wave is coming, treading water. It's gonna sink me down to the bottom. Chosen, chosen. I know I'll rise to the surface again, but another one is coming. Now you're just being cruel. Is this happening on purpose? I'm scarred from the years of my youth. Is starting over ever worth it? Now I'm treading water lost at sea. The universe is testing me. Can I make it on my own in this place? Maybe I'm right where I'm supposed to be. Why am I going under? I'm praying I can turn this thing around. I'm over my head and I'm out of my mind. I wish I was an anchor, but I'm floating, floating. And another tidal wave is coming, treading water. It's gonna sink me down to the bottom. Chosen, chosen. I know I'll rise to the surface again, but another one is coming. I just realized I need someone to lean on when I'm leaning. Am I the only one who's feeling like this is the hardest part? And I don't know where to start. I gotta love myself enough to say that nothing is better than the wrong thing. And I just want the real thing. I'm floating, floating. And another tidal wave is coming, treading water. It's gonna sink me down to the bottom. Chosen, chosen. I know I'll rise to the surface again, but another one is coming again. Another tidal wave is coming now, yeah. And it's gonna sink me down to the bottom. I'm chosen, chosen. I know I'll rise to the surface again, but another one is coming.
Yeah, very relatable indeed.
Thank you.
I mean,
love that line. You gotta accept that nothing is better than the wrong thing. That was great.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
way to go, girl.
Thank you for
Guys,
here.
thank you so much for having me. And by the way, congrats on the name change.
Oh, thank you.
That is my
Thank
most
you.
unfiltered, one of my most unfiltered songs, so I think it's fitting.
It
Also,
is.
I was thinking in the middle of that song, I was like, oh my God, remember when we felt the earthquake? And we
Oh
were
my
like,
God, we did. Oh, I totally forgot about
I
that.
was like, what? Maybe there would be
It's
an
a
earthquake.
we're like, it's a prediction she can
Yeah.
move the earth.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe.
Elements.
It did it this time, so.
That's all
That's
right.
all right.
That's all right.
That's okay. You're gonna move the earth
I
next
think
Wednesday.
we
You
got
can
a
release
gust
party.
of wind, though. It
Yes.
was a gust of wind
Yes,
this time.
yes, you're right,
There
you're right.
was. So guys, if you liked what you heard, make sure you head out next Wednesday to the Standard. What time again?
At 7 to 10 is the whole event.
Okay.
So there's going to be some amazing other acts. So please come out. It's free.
Free, hello.
Yeah, the
I
Standard
love that.
Hollywood for Desert Nights is a KCRW curated event.
Yes.
It's going to be really special. And I hope you guys check out the song when it's out next Wednesday. on all streaming platforms.
Where can people find and follow you on social media?
Chandler Juliet is the name. Chandler J Official on Instagram.
She got the check mark.
I got the check
for
mark.
the check mark.
Yes. And then YouTube, SoundCloud, Spotify, Chandler Juliet. So
All that good
Everywhere.
stuff.
and
Yeah.
Facebook, and let's be friends.
Yes, let's. Guys, this has been another week of the Females Unfiltered show. We are always live here at Mixology 101. Come down, get a drink, support these guys. As for Nikki, she's our bartender. Tip her nicely. There's no show again next week, guys, because I'm going to Boston. I'm sorry. Don't be mad. Don't be mad. You know what? This is what happens when you definitively decide to get over your ex. You're like, fuck it, I'm
Traveling,
out. I got
change
shit.
your hair,
I got shit to
change
do.
your show name. Just like
It's all good. It's all good.
Yes. Anyways, okay, so we're Females Unfiltered, guys. Thank you for following, supporting, and liking us. We appreciate everybody who does. Judyth Brooke, thank you for stepping in this week.
Thank you for having
Love
me.
that,
It's always so much
girl.
fun being here with you and with you and with you.
All right, guys, we'll see you not next week, but the week after. Have a great week, everyone. Take care.
Bye.